Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. So in this video we will learn about the Linux operating system, that is Ubuntu. So in this course or in this video series, so we will be using the Linux version, that is Ubuntu. So now we already discussed about the brief history of the Linux, right? So we have different types of Linux distributions. Actually, if you try to see, the kernel and all those things are one and the same only, but we have different types of Linux distributions. So the popularity of these Linux distributions can vary depending on the metrics used, the surveys, download, and all those things we can do it. So these are all the different types of Linux distributions we will be having. So many Linux distributions we are having. So out of these Linux distributions, we are having different types of Linux operating systems. Out of this one, the first one is the Debian, which we will be using more ones. So this is the Linux distribution which we will be having. So it is known for its stability and also the basis for the many other distributions, including Ubuntu. So you are familiar with this Ubuntu thing. So Debian Linux distributions. So this is a Debian project. In this Debian project, so you will be having so many operating systems like Mint. So many things are there. So I will try to explain you the examples. So this is one Debian thing. And also here we will be having another one, that is Fedora. So this is sponsored by Red Hat, and Fedora is known for its cutting edge features and is often the first to adopt the new technologies. So it is a favorite for all the developers and who work on the latest software advancements. And another one is the CentOS. So these are the different Linux distributions which we will be having. And it is widely used in server environments due to its strong stability and compatibility with the Red Hat Enterprise Linux, that is RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. So whenever you try to see this RHEL means, so that is a compatibility with this one. And OpenSUSE, Arch Linux. So like this we will be having so many things. So these are the different types of Linux distributions which we will be having. And in this distribution, so we will be trying to use the Debian. So that is nothing but the Ubuntu OS. So now let's try to learn about the Ubuntu OS. So Linux Ubuntu is commonly called as an Ubuntu, and it is a free and open source operating system based on the Debian, a Linux distribution. That one we already discussed. We are having different types of Linux distributions. After that one, this one is a Debian. And if you want to know more about this Debian and all those things means, so you will be able to see in the internet also. And here let me open the Chrome. Sorry. And when you search for Ubuntu in the internet, Ubuntu, so here you will be able to search it, and here you will be able to see the ubuntu.com. This is the website which you will be able to see it at the top, enterprise, open source, and the Linux. So this one is the website if you try to see. So this Canonical means it's a company which is supporting. So Ubuntu is a Linux distribution that was created in 2004 by Canonical Limited, and it inherits much of its foundational structures from the Debian, including its package management system. So that is called as an APT, Advanced Package Management. So that is the thing. So this is all about the Debian thing. In Linux also, so what is the use of this one is, so it offers a user-friendly interface and a stable operating environment with a strong focus on usability and ease of installation. So it releases the new versions for every 6 months, with each release receiving a free support for the 9 months. That is nothing but LTS version. So you will be able to get it, that one, Ubuntu OS, and this one is the Ubuntu desktop which we will try to see. So normally we are having two types of thing. One is the Ubuntu desktop and another one is an Ubuntu server. So if you want to know more, if you want to know about the difference between these two, so Ubuntu desktop and the Ubuntu server. So Ubuntu desktop means it will be the general purpose used for the testing purpose or for the developer for the home purpose. We will be using the Ubuntu desktop. It provides the graphical user interface so that you can able to access it very easily. And we also have another one, as I already told you, that is nothing but an Ubuntu server. So this one is a scalable Linux, and you will be having only the command line interface so that you can access only through the command line. You don't have a graphical user interface. So that is the main difference between Ubuntu desktop and also Ubuntu server. So there is one thing which I want to tell you. And now we need to install. So the primary difference between this Ubuntu server and the Ubuntu desktop is, so the purpose. So now Ubuntu server is designed for hosting services and applications over a network. And by default, Ubuntu server does not have a graphical user interface, which we have told you. And comes with a minimal set of packages focusing more on the server applications like LAMP stack, file servers, these all things. LAMP stack means Linux, Apache, MySQL and PHP. So generally uses fewer resources like CPU RAM than Ubuntu desktop as it doesn't have any GUI. So we will try to see Ubuntu server while learning about the Docker thing. So right now we will discuss about the Ubuntu desktop only. Why? Because primarily we are learning about the commands only. So Ubuntu desktop and all those things, as I already told you that. So it's a general user for desktop or the laptop computers. It is suitable for daily computing tasks, development and multimedia. And it includes the GNOME desktop environment, that the graphical user interface. So that is GNOME. And it comes with the default packages. So wide variety range of applications you will be able to have it. So use more, it uses the more resources compared to the Ubuntu server because of the graphical user interface. So now fine. So which one we need to install? So that is one thing you need to understand. So you may be having doubt that. So Ubuntu server, now we have learned about the Ubuntu server and Ubuntu desktop. So now you may be having doubt that which one we need to install. So the choice between the Ubuntu server and Ubuntu desktop depends on your specific needs. So if you are planning to set up a server to host the websites, application, database or other network services means, then there is no need for us the graphical user interface, right? Then Ubuntu server is the best practice. So best choice. For daily computing and the development, if you need a system for general use, software development or media tasks that benefits from the graphical interface means, Ubuntu desktop is the right option. So it provides a rich set of features that you can use it for the desktop, regular desktop users, including a comfortable GUI for ease of use. So I will show you that Ubuntu desktop also. So now we have understood about the difference between Ubuntu server and the Ubuntu desktop. Now how to install the Ubuntu desktop? So there are different ways how we can install the Windows. So if you are having directly the Ubuntu desktop version means right now at the time of this recording, the version it is running is 22.04 LTS version. So now there are multiple options that are available to install the Ubuntu desktop in the Windows system. So normally if you have the directly the Linux Ubuntu means it's okay, fine. If you are having Mac means you can also, I will also tell you that which is available, which we can do it both in the Windows and also in the Mac. So now generally in the Windows system, so we are having different ways how we can use it. First one is the dual booting. So all the people you know, at the time of this booting itself, it will ask you that what is the OS you want to select, Ubuntu or the Windows. So you can have it like this. So just you can have a pen drive and you can using the Rufus or something like that, you'll be having some image software bootable. It will convert that USB drive to a bootable drive and you can use that one. And another one, so the another option which you can run in the Windows is the using the virtual machine. That is nothing but we will be installing the virtualization software like VirtualBox or VMware Player, something like that. So now right now we are using this option only, VirtualBox. So what is this one VirtualBox is? So we can directly install the Ubuntu. So it will act as another software. So which will run inside your Windows OS. For this one, what we need to do is, first of all, we need to download the VirtualBox. So if you try to see VirtualBox, it is provided by the Oracle. So here Oracle VM VirtualBox, and directly you can download this Virtual 7.0. So I have already installed it. So after installing this one, so you will be able to have this VirtualBox directly, and if you click on this one, so directly it will open a thing. And afterwards what we need to do is, so we need to download the Ubuntu desktop image. So for that one, what you can do it is, so just you can directly go here and you can download Ubuntu desktop image. You can directly type like this, and here you will be able to see download Ubuntu desktop. And directly if you click on this desktop image, ISO image will be downloaded directly. And you can have something like option. Let's go to the virtual after downloading of this image. So you can click on the new, and it will ask you some series of questions, and you can have a name something like Ubuntu desktop or something like this. And you can tell the ISO image where it is located. So here you can select other, so that you can able to have the Ubuntu desktop. So you can give it, and you can click on next. Automatically the Ubuntu desktop will be installed. So this is how we will be installing this one. So you can give the base memory, whatever the memory and all those things you can give it. And now after that one, so automatically you can click on this one, so that it will so VMware will be powering up. So that means a window will be open. So for that one, Ubuntu desktop will be open. Let's try to see it. So let's give it a try. Switch, and here, so it is trying to open. So let it open. So this is VirtualBox 7.0, and we are trying to open the Ubuntu desktop. So it is opening. let it open. So it will take some time to open. So here the Ubuntu desktop has been opened. So it will ask you the login username and password. At the time of installation, it will ask you to create the login username and password. You can give the username and password. So here I have given test user. So that is the password is also test1234. You can give whatever you want. So now it will try to open. It open. So it will take some time. So it will, the desktop will look something like this. So this is the Ubuntu desktop. You will be able to see it. So I am skipping this one all. Skip for now. And okay, fine. And let's try to click on next. PostScript. Yeah. So now this is the Ubuntu desktop. So you will be having different types of scenarios, Firefox and all those things are available. So now the first thing which we want to target is the most important thing is the terminal. Okay. So this is the terminal. So we have learned about the terminal, right? So this is the terminal which you will be having in the Ubuntu. So this is the terminal. And for this one, by default, you will be having the bash shell. This one is a bash shell. So now you will be having Ubuntu OS. And inside that one kernel will be there. So outside the kernel you will be having the shell. So shell will be interacting with the kernel and kernel will be interacting with the OS hardware and all those things. And now in the terminal you will be asking the thing. So now if you want to know what is the shell you are having is $shell. I think we can give it like this. Now you will be able to see that is a bin bash. Now here you can also tell echo $shell. You can have something like $0. So it will give you, okay, we need to give, sorry. So just like the JavaScript, we need to give like this. So here you will be able to see that is a bash. So you can also have another thing also, something like G shell or anything also you can have it. G shell if I try to, sorry, G shell. If I try to see command G shell is not found. So if you want to install, you can install it using apt install G shell, it is telling. So like this you can have different types of shells. So right now by default in all the Ubuntu softwares or any Linux softwares, bash shell will be provided. So using the bash shell, so using the bash shell commands, we will be communicating with the kernel and the Linux. So this is all about how we will be installing the Ubuntu Linux thing and the introduction of the Ubuntu. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.